The crypto market is crazy right now. Bitcoin seems to be forming a new all-time high every single day. And the market is really hot right now. Maybe too hot? At least we're getting a lot of altcoin news here. So we have altcoin news today in this video from ECOMI and VeVe, but also from Metakade. And we are going to look at Bitcoin and the overall market, whether it's too hot or there is room to grow. Hey everyone, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one I want to provide you with a quick news rundown of the general crypto market and then also look at some things that are happening around ECOMI and VeVe and a big partnership announcement by Metakade. If you enjoy these quick video updates here from the business trips, I'm in Stockholm in the hotel waiting for my flight tomorrow. And therefore we will not have crypto morning coffee tomorrow as well, as my flight got cancelled and moved one day, but we will have it on Friday morning, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and thank you to my rare hodlers, the rare hodlers that are sponsoring this channel and supporting me on my journey. And with that out of the way, let's jump right in. So I will display this here for you. VanEck Spot Bitcoin ETF had a massive trade volume yesterday after removing their fees until next year. And that is crazy because no fees means that is the battle that we want to see, so that basically investors are moving their funds into those ETFs and help them grow. That is crazy. Then also there is patient capital management. Nope, that has nothing to do with the Patient Hodler channel, although I wish I had a capital management firm. But patient capital management files with the SEC to seek exposure to Bitcoin by investing up to 15% of its 1.7 trillion opportunity trust fund in Bitcoin ETFs. So they're basically purchasing Bitcoin ETFs from one of these asset manager Bitcoin ETF providers into that fund. So that is exactly what we have been talking about in the last videos. You have the real coin, like the Bitcoin. You have the asset managers and the ETF providers basically as a layer one, so to say, right, above this coin. And then you have all these funds and investment firms that did not launch their own ETF, but want to include it into their funds. They are basically the layer two here. And then you could imagine that even that in some ways you could have an exponential factor there where someone buys into that fund or so as a layer three. But that is an effect that will cause that people that put their money into these funds, they will automatically buy a share of crypto through an ETF and maybe not even realizing it, or maybe not having that crypto focus. They just want to invest in a fund that performs well. And that's what these fund managers see, that Bitcoin is going up like crazy. These ETFs perform well. So we really have a special factor here. The next one is that BlackRock and Fidelity now hold 331,560 Bitcoin. And that was yesterday, so probably it's already higher. Worth over 23.4 billion. Yeah, that is coming very close, and we will see this later in this video, how close it is. Very close to what Grayscale has in their trust, or in their converted trust. Then also we see streaming platform Movies Plus accepts Bitcoin as a payment. Also great, more adoption. But with all of that and Bitcoin skyrocketing all the time, Bitcoin basically going up in a straight line, there's also the big question, is the market overheating? Is it too much? And CryptoQuant says the appetite for leverage is through the roof. It is often not a good sign when every single trader agrees that the market is going higher and uses leverage to back up their convictions. And that is very true, because if everyone is long with multiples of leverage, then there will be a player that will see this, the stacked longs, and will try to liquidate that in a massive move. So as long as the ETFs are buying up all the coins that are available, and as long as this move is not too far down, there is no cascading effect to be expected. We saw some tries of manipulation where we have a big liquidation wick down and then already the move to the upside. But if these long stack and stack and stack with high leverage, there could be an adverse effect where the move down is so hard that so many people get liquidated that it accelerates the move to the downside, and then we would, even with the ETFs, get a bigger dip. And that would be like if Bitcoin dips 5%, altcoins 10, 15, 20%. If Bitcoin drops 20 or 30%, you might see your altcoin value slashed in half for a short period of time. But that is nothing to be scared about, right? That is something to be happy about if you want to buy. And then it will recover afterwards because we're far from over with this bull run. Overall, we have 31 days of inflow out of 33 trading days of the Bitcoin ETF. It's only 33 days that the Bitcoin ETF is out, and the net inflow is positive in 31 of those days. So that is pretty crazy in my opinion. And then also we see Bitcoin is outperforming Ethereum in accumulation activity. And that is where I say, and I proved it to you with Bitcoin dominance and with inflows and with a narrative that is currently in the space, because everyone is talking about Bitcoin ETF, how the Bitcoin ETF drives the price, and Bitcoin ETF this and that. And if Grayscale sells, then Bitcoin ETF this, and all of the news that I just presented, everything is above and around Bitcoin. And I predict that this is going to be the case until the ETF approval for Ethereum in May. So probably until May, earliest until May, I expect that we stay in Bitcoin season. So we see here accumulation gives us one more hint that it is in fact Bitcoin season. It is not altcoin season. So the biggest altcoin in the world, Ethereum, is losing to Bitcoin in that sense. Now back to the outflows, because this is a chart that is very interesting to me. We see that how the Bitcoin inflows in BlackRock exceed the Bitcoin outflows of Grayscale. Yeah, so this is a maneuver of overtaking. BlackRock took in 1 billion for the first time yesterday, and inflows are accelerating while GBTC is flattening out. And that is bullish for Bitcoin once again. So Bitcoin season here. And with that, let's quickly assess the situation here. We see Bitcoin dominance is still going higher. We are waiting for the next breakout and a large move of Bitcoin, potentially and maybe after the halving, but probably Bitcoin dominance is going to rise and altcoin season will take longer. But you can be happy because everything that you saw right now out of your altcoins is actually nothing compared to what you're going to see when Bitcoin dominance goes down. Okay, so let's move on to ECOMI and VeVe. So the first thing to discuss here is the VeVe MCP ranks. For everyone that is watching this and doesn't know what I'm talking about, the VeVe NFT platform with all the brands like Disney and USPS and Lamborghini and Marvel Comics and so on, they have a system that rewards collectors with points, and collectors can use these points to get a higher chance of achieving a certain drop. But it's very hard to come by with these points. And additionally to the points, there are also ranks. So depending on how many points you get, and therefore you need to own a lot of collectibles, you can climb those ranks. And the ultimate rank is a master collector. And previously, everyone who is in the top 3% collectors qualified as a master collector. I achieved to be 2 times in that highest 3% rank, but now it's 1%, meaning that if you want to be a master collector, you have to be in the upper 1%. That also means that the 2% now are falling out and they have to act if they want to be a master collector, because we don't know which rewards there will be in the future for master collectors. Now, this has raised a huge discussion because people are basically saying, hey, I bought so many collectibles to be a master collector. Now VeVe is moving up the threshold, so to say, so that I'm not a master collector anymore. So some people are unsatisfied. But the other side is this. with so many people with high ranks and so few people with low ranks at the moment, that you have to see a couple of things here. First of all, no one likes a game that is easy to win. So the highest rank in a game needs to be fucking hard to achieve, right? So number 22 ultimate master collector rank should be hard to achieve. And what we see in games as well is if this is not the case, then there's rebalancing going on. So I can understand that perspective, and I actually agree with the move to shift it to the upper 1%. If you want to be a master collector, if you want to be the king of kings, then you need to be a 1%er. And I accept for myself that I'm not in this category. But I think as master collector is more rare, the other ranks will gain in value. And the other side of this is that now everyone who is motivated to be a master collector has to purchase more to move up, which will ultimately raise the prices, especially of very scarce collectibles. Overall, I think it is a good move. I think people will adapt to it. And you have to see one more thing here. If we're talking about percentages, that means that the more users come in throughout the bull run, the bigger the threshold is where you can be a master collector. So let's say you have 10,000 active users in the app, which is probably not too far from the truth right now. I'm not talking about daily active users. I'm talking like active overall, once per week, some buys here and there. Or even people that are sitting on big stacks but didn't buy anything, but that are still accumulating points, still logging in to get their master collector points. Let's say the number doubles throughout the next months to 20,000. Then you don't have 100, but 200 people that can be a master collector. Now let's say it goes to 100,000. Suddenly you can have over 1,000 people that can be a master collector. The question will be, how many, if you get 100 very motivated new users that have millions of dollars at hand to purchase collectibles, then obviously it's getting harder. But if you're getting new users that are trying it out with like 10, 20 collectibles, suddenly there's more space for master collectors on the top of the food chain. But with that, let's move on to the next point, which is the Marvel Entertainment Channel has just put out a notification. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Stay tuned for the announcement of the new Age of Marvel Comic X-Men storytelling tomorrow at South by Southwest. And that is the event that we are waiting for, because there seems to be a panel where CEO of VeVe, I don't know if it will be David or if it will be Dan, they will be talking with people from Marvel about the digital future, about Marvel Comics, the intersection of digital storytelling, as it said in a press release before, which lets me hope for something bullish for the VeVe comics, because we didn't get the catalyst just yet for the VeVe comics. But there are more catalysts for the comics than for the collectibles, which is why I always preach on this channel without being a financial advice, that comics are the way to go, probably because they still get their catalysts like comics and showrooms that you can, like, we will see how they look in the VeVeverse, and obviously whatever comes out in this talk tomorrow. And lastly, I want to update on a coin that I specifically got to like, that I hold a bag, full transparency, hold a little bag of a couple of percent of my portfolio now, and that is Metacade. And Metacade has just announced a huge partnership with Wilder World. So they are saying we're thrilled to announce our partnership with the upcoming AAA game. And in fact, Wilder World is a game that looks very, very good. So they have suffered quite a bit in the last bear market. They have their own coin and so on, but they are like, basically latest advancements of real-time photorealism, blockchain, AI, massive scale, and so on. So check it out. I think it's a big partnership, and hopefully the Metakade price will benefit greatly from this announcement, from this partnership, and many partnerships more to come, and many updates more to come. I think Metakade is still, even though it has gone up a couple of percent already, I think it's still a good buy for the very parabolic bull run and for the altcoin season. But with that out of the way, let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this. What do you think about the current state of the crypto market? What do you think about ECOMI and VeVe news that I just brought? And what do you think about the new partnership of Metakade? Let me know in the comments below whatever interests you most and what you want more videos of. And don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and I see you latestly Friday morning at Crypto Morning Coffee. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.